All right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So this is the Dyson Outsize, not oversized, Outsize.
At home with Lucas here. So today we're gonna be talking about the Dyson Outsize cordless stick vacuum. Yes, people, I finally got my hands on the largest Dyson stick vacuum ever made. This has a giant 150% larger cup, so it's gonna be able to collect all that dust and debris and all that gunk you don't want on your floors and make it super simple for you to dump it straight into the trash. Not to mention the fact that the roller on the bottom is massive, people. This thing is over a foot long, making it, in my opinion, one of the best on paper stick vacuums to date. And I have to say that I think this is bridging the gap between the cordless standard vacuum and the stick vacuum. I think I can safely say this one probably can beat most corded vacuums out there. At least that's my first impressions right off the bat before we've even gotten into it. This thing has an amazing ability to go from hardwood to carpet without you pushing a single button. Yes, it automatically switches, which is so amazing. I've only seen that done on robot vacuums. So in this video, we're doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on the Outsize vacuum. We're gonna figure out, is this thing too much for your house? Is it too big? Is it too cumbersome? Is it too heavy to hang on your wall? We won't know until the very end of this video, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
This is supposed to be larger, 25% bigger right here. So this is, I'm looking forward to that. So there is an image of what's to come in the box right there, packed full of information. They really want you to know exactly what is going on with this bad boy. Also, my kids are obsessed. Okay, just for size comparison, this is my 8-month-old boy right here. Let's just show you. That thing is massive. That is very, very large. It's almost as long as my boy is. It's definitely over 12 inches, I would say. Okay, this is what it looks like when it is fully assembled. It's definitely bigger than the last Dyson I reviewed on this channel. So if you want to know which one I reviewed, I believe it's the V11. This is much bigger, and it has like a full-blown screen up here, which is really, really interesting. So we're gonna hold to select English, I hope. Oh, cool, it's telling you to count down. Okay, fully charged before using, yes. Okay, this is the wall mount right here. You have all the screws in there, which is really nice. I already have holes in the back from my V11, so I'm just gonna literally mount this straight on there, just put the screws in. Okay, once you have your mount on the wall, you're gonna be able to put your Outsize on here, drop it straight down in. Wow. So right off the bat, this thing is heavy and it's putting a lot of load on those two anchors that are just anchored into sheetrock. So I don't have them anchored into actual wood. So I may have to move this if it starts getting squirrely. I think there might be a stud somewhere over here. That light means it's charging. That's a good sign. I think you can check up here for how much juice. That's how it looks on the wall right there. It just barely misses the ground by 4 inches. But I'm gonna show you something really fun. I'm gonna switch that real quick. Okay, so that's how I like to do it. I put the whole entire shaft up into the back in the accessory port. There's 2 ports there for 2 different accessories, but this just looks so much cleaner. You have this nice vacuum there, and then you have that tucked away up against the wall. I just think it looks so much better, and there's less to actually hit. So it is great, but that is definitely way bigger than the V11. That is for sure. Wow. Okay, here we go. We got a real life scenario right here. We got some Play-Doh. There's not a lot, but there's definitely enough to warrant a vacuuming. There's some big chunks and some small chunks. It's all very dry and hard. It's old Play-Doh. That's the only reason why I'm sucking it up and not reusing it. And it might have some other debris in there. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, so the only reason why it worked on the carpet was I put it on minus, and you could see right here there's a gap right there and right over there. But nonetheless, it worked perfectly, got that all cleaned up. It took a little bit more work than I would have liked. I think that the way that these things are designed, they don't really want to climb over large things, so definitely take note of that. Okay, so we're gonna be putting this to the test to test out how well this does with pet hair. I don't have a dog that has a lot of pet hair. I just have this shredded paper right here. So we're gonna be trying to suck up all the shredded paper. This definitely does clog up a lot of vacuums. Usually it gets clogged up in this area right here. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot, see if we can't get this all cleaned up. Okay, Editor Lucas here. So it looks like when I backed up, it shot that little clog out. So that's something to take note of. I don't know if that's how you get the hair clog out, or the clog out is just to back up with the vacuum, but that's exactly what happened. I didn't catch it. Okay, you can see it gets clogged there, but somehow it fixes itself. Let me try again. Okay, it's not fixing itself this time. Okay, that came out super easily. Let's try to suck that up again. Wow, that actually did a phenomenal job. Completely cleaned this out with just one clog. Let's check the damage right here. So you can see it really pulled it in super easily. So if you have a dog that has a lot of hair, this thing is gonna be great. This is an extreme case. You're never gonna have hair that thick. Okay, just finished vacuuming. That this thing has an amazing suction, and it really has a good ability to maneuver around tight spaces. It is very large though, large in the sense that it's heavy and it has a giant roller. So you're not able to get in between certain areas, so definitely take note of that. Also, I did get trigger finger. My finger is very sore, and I did switch off from right hand to left hand. I'm ambidextrous, so I can do that, thankfully, but I could imagine if you weren't and you had medium-sized hands like I do, my trigger finger is a little bit sensitive to begin with, but it is definitely sore right now, and I could imagine if I did the entire house, ooh, that would probably be annoying. So I wish that Dyson would offer an ability to have it just stay on. So pull the trigger and let it stay on. That would be amazing. It is nice to have it shut off immediately so you can travel from one part of the house to another, or you can just, pick up something really quickly. And if you'll basically never suck anything up you don't want to because you just literally let go of the trigger, but definitely got trigger finger. So big thumbs up for the vacuuming of the house. I was able to make straight lines pretty easily. Sometimes it would drift a little bit, but nonetheless, it did a good job of making straight lines with a double pass. So that's awesome.
All right, let's take a quick minute to talk about how easy it is to push this red lever right here and empty out the dust bin. It is super, super simple. Even though this thing is very large, you should take note of that. If you're trying to put this in like a little bathroom trash can, it may not fit. It may be too big. It may be outsize. All right, so you just push this down, it launches straight in. It flings a little bit of dust on the trash can itself, but not much. You close it back up just like that and you're good to go. Let's do it one more time for fun. So you can see it's almost too big for this trash can, and that's what they mean when they say 150% bigger than the previous vacuum. So this thing is massive. It can hold so much debris. But yeah, so just like all Dyson vacuums, the easiest to dump the bin, but it is very, very large and barely fits into this trash can. So definitely take note of that. Okay, I've been using this bad boy for long enough that I think I have a full star rating. Let's just start off with the mount on the wall. So definitely take note that this is very heavy. What I ended up doing, I threw some 3M stickies back here to keep this thing a little bit stronger. So I had to take the screws out, and then I had to put the 3M stickies in and get them nice and secure, then put the screws back in, and that is giving this a little bit more support. Of course, if you're screwing straight into wood, into studs, then you're good to go, no big deal. Let's talk about the suction on this thing. So it is definitely packing that Dyson suction. It's probably, in my opinion, not the best Dyson suction out there. I think there are some that have a little bit better suction. I think just because of the size of this thing, it's got a lot of mass and it's having to really do a lot of work to get all that stuff up. So I'm gonna give the suction a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Let's talk about the build quality. So this thing is built phenomenal. It's got that Dyson strength. It is really, really solid. Big thumbs up for that. Let's talk about the battery life. So the battery life is great. I never had any problems with it. 60 minutes is plenty because this thing is going to clean your carpet so fast. It's unbelievable. Big thumbs up for that. So all in all, the total package, I'm gonna give this thing a solid 4.95 star rating. It is almost my favorite vacuum ever reviewed on this channel and my favorite vacuum that I ever used. Definitely bridges the gap between a corded vacuum and a cordless, and I would pick this over a corded vacuum any day. It's absolutely amazing. Solid star rating, highly recommended to everyone out there. Buy it! All right, there you go. That's the Dyson Outsize vacuum. Hopefully it's not too big for your house. Hopefully this video helped you out and gave you a better understanding of what you're gonna buy. If I did my job, please click that like button and hit that subscribe button. Join the family, join the crew, be a part of the At Home Lucas family, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.